Okay, so after the last session of streaming, several hours of recording were dropped by OBS. So this file here is several stages past where the previous YouTube upload left off. And since I had no backup save left before that, I was forced to resort to alternate means in order to re-record that section. So fortunately I've prepared a Spare Morty who has played back up to where those recordings were left off. Gonna pick him up and have him follow through on all of the decisions that were voted on by the audience during the original broadcast. So yes, since there are infinite realities, we have called on this other Morty who say, what if he just kind of surrounded himself with ninjas? And what if Brid was a priest and had a friend named Redford, who was also a priest? Just Brid and Redford, holy men on holy missions. What if Deneb was still stuck as a regular wizard because she hasn't gotten the damn Persuade a Man emblem yet? Come on, what do you... Stop slacking off, Deneb. Get back in the game. But yeah, this build up, all the same major decisions were made, but various RNG details are different, and team composition has been set up to just kind of try to plow through missions relatively quickly. Yeah, we have Havana, we have Glencia, we got Orson, we got Ariel, we got Guy over here for some reason. He's not been doing anything, he's just there, you know, Guy. Part of the team. So, anyway, we left off shortly after the fight at Solia, where a bunch of soldiers from the north went and tried to capture and interrogate Eleanor, and she gave us intel on where Solid Gold Mermaid is, and we agreed to bring her along on the hunt.
Encounter.
Let's get this out of the way. Oh wait, there is a single human in this encounter. A single male human. Opportunities. as I'm being forced to replay this after loss of data, I'm going to have lesser tolerance for faffing about than usual. These encounters are going to be very to the point. Really? Really, bird? Gonna see if we can get Deneb to persuade that man. Oh, hey! Hey, just demonstrated an emblem. Which I've been misidentifying this entire time. So this fairy, as a reward for taking more than 2/3 of her health in damage from a single counterattack, has earned the Don Quixote emblem. Yeah, it's one of the bad emblems. It just costs you 10 points of intellect. You just lose 10 int to represent. Damn, you did a real stupid thing. The emblem I had been referring to as Don Quixote this whole time is actually the bogus hero emblem. The one you get for power leveling in training mode. You are a fraud. The bogus hero emblem prevents you from getting criticals unless you have also earned the miracle emblem, which cancels it out. Oh boy, a whole staff. This will have very low odds, extremely low odds. Their classes are not in line at all. As a wizard, she would be okay at persuading soldiers and other wizards. This Deneb is so low level because in this run I had prepared a Deneb who already had the emblem and was leveling her along for a long time before realizing far too late that she was lawful aligned, that I had no urns of chaos with which to put her appropriately in order, so I had to get a fresh Deneb. Now that I'm a little bit of the way in, encounters with regular soldiers are less common. Yeah, it takes 20 levels of training to get the Bogus Hero emblem, so you won't be punished with it unless you really, really aggressively grind in, the baby zone. At which point you've earned it. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with this guy. 5% odds at best is not worth wasting my time. A team of ninjas with the overhead area effect spells is really good at assassinating leaders. Just starting turn 2, you get to throw around guaranteed hits of nice high damage attacks at fair range, and the ninjas can pretty well always put themselves into position to land those hits. I guess I'll be playing this. There's 3 or 4? Yeah, 4 levels. 4 levels of play and 1, extensive block of cutscene that were dropped out of the recording. And then after those are all finished, play will resume on the original file. They're pretty behind on our wizard training. Just moving right along. those leaves. And so forth. Check if some new spells are available. Let's pick up some of this. And one of these. We'll be rounding out more of that as we move forward. Lessons learned, so let's see. Faith here is a move that destroys all unconscious undead that are currently on the board, preventing them from resurrecting. And Heal Plus is heal, but with area of effect. You can note, just from the raw difference in file time, how much faster this team is at dealing with a lot of encounters. Like, there's about 4 at most hours of gameplay that were dropped out of the recording. Much more difference than that between files. All thanks to raw ninja efficiency.
Find it out.
Alright, so to find that mermaid, we must cross this volcano. Since we brought Eleanor for this battle, she's a guest. Actually equipped some weaponry. She'll contribute and is actually very decent level, so she's not really at risk of any harm. A good guest. Yep, our encounter here just went to miscellaneous beasts and birdmen, a couple of gremlins. In the official file, I believe we didn't recruit this dog, but we recruited a dog from a later encounter. So there'll be one of these waiting for us when we get back to the proper timeline. Hellhounds, pretty good stuff. It's another beast. Their special move is an AoE attack that inflicts sleep. Want to make sure Eleanor has at least a little bit of fire support. Can't leave her completely off on her own. She's well leveled, but she is still just a soldier in really basic gear. Fortunately, those dragons are going to take ages to get anywhere. This is a really uneven, constrained map. Anything that has to walk or trudge has a hard time navigating a place like this. Wow, such valor. Gotta respect that. Just barely out of range. Overall, I find the game holds up well. It has a much more comfortable difficulty curve than Let Us Cling Together did, but the curve is still there. Smoothed, relaxed. Ah yes, Sierra's a bow wizard. For all those times when a magician just has to shoot a man. There. Perfect time for heal plus. Yeah, ninjas are good stuff. Raw numbers-wise, they don't scale all that well into the deep game. You'd rather pick up one of the advanced classes. But they're extremely serviceable throughout the early and the mid-game. Just very versatile. Yeah, what the hell? Let the good Reverend Brid show off his moves. What was that other item I found? Ah, good. Full heal. There's that mesmerize. Hypnotic dogs. Now, as in many RPGs, sleep can be interrupted by a physical attack. Still costs him his turn, but he's awake. Actually forget if guests collecting items counts as you collecting items or not. But I already had some mirrors, so that proves nothing. I probably got it. Either way, I got 5 god mirrors right now. That's no concern. For something so rarely used. There you go. First day out, you slew a dragon. Good job, Eleanor. Part of the team. This dog is remarkably agile. And our second quest book. Yeah, a real great guy here who had to be, like, heckled and pressured into saving a drowning man. Father Hammond. Damn army always taking things by force. Army men, please reclaim what is mine by force. There we go. On Jacalmus. per audience decisions during the original stream. We're just kind of fulfilling obligations here. We don't have any particular personal ambitions right now. We're just kind of going with the flow. We're after the spear because the nice Pope lady who saved us from drowning wants to find that spear. It belongs in, well, not a museum per se, but some sort of reliquary, I suppose. And we're presented with a save, because this effectively brings us to the end of Act 1 of the game. End of summer.